Hello and welcome to this angle and to another reading vlog. I'm joined by the lovely, not very well known, like underground YouTuber.
Yeah, I've got 5 subscribers.
I'm none of them. No, Jamie is over here and we have just been hanging out, had dinner, watched heaps of like Kodiko and Noel Miller videos. Thank you. Now we're about to do some reading. Old school Jaitlin reading party. Thank you.
Exactly.
She's reading Bunny. She's gonna finish Bunny because she's here.
Live on Instagram later?
Do you know what? Earlier today when you were like, reading party tonight, I was like, we should go live.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll do a post about it and then we can go live.
Okay, cool.
So she's reading Bunny and I am reading The Dry by Jane Harper, which is a thriller set in the Australian outback, I think, or in kind of like small town Australia. It was many blessings, Christmas blessings. It was released like a few years back now, I think, and it was super popular, lots of critical acclaim. It was the author's debut, I think, and they've since written a lot of other thrillers, but they're about to release the movie of The Dry and I definitely want to read the book, and it's the perfect excuse to do so, and it's just another way I can put off all the 2020 must-reads I need to get through in the next couple of weeks that I really can't be bothered with. So sorry, Jane Eyre, you're on pause for now. Reading. Reading my bar. My bark.
That's just... Oh my god, is Halsey here? Did Halsey just arrive?
Do you see Halsey did a poetry book?
Of course she did.
She said, Lana Del Rey does one. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do one.
Watch out, Lily Reinhart.
Oh my god, Lily Reinhart.
She literally did one.
Lily Reinhart, like, say what you want. She slapped in Hustlers.
She did. That was the perfect role for her.
They're really important conversations that we have.
They really are.
Inside scoop.
Truly.
Reading. See you on Instagram if you came to our Instagram live. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome back to this vlog. It's been a while since I checked in. I think all you've seen thus far is Jamie and I having a reading party, during which I was reading The Dry by Jane Harper. This is an Australian thriller. It's set in a really small town, kind of in the outback, and the book starts with what appears to be a murder-suicide. The accused perpetrator of that murder-suicide was the childhood best friend of our main character, who is a police officer now and returns to the town to kind of see what happened. I was very excited for this book. I'd heard so much hype from people I used to work with, and the book had so much acclaim. It kind of fell flat next to those expectations, if I'm honest. It was fine as a thriller. I find it very hard to be thrilled. Like, these thrillers are not thrilling me. I don't think I've ever rated a thriller above 3 stars except for Gone Girl, which is an almost perfect book in my eyes. It's kind of ruined all other thrillers for me, just saying. So I read that, gave it 3 stars. I went and saw the movie and the movie was good. Eric Bana, Call Me. Thanks. The movie's actually better than the book, which is an opinion I often have. Let's talk about it. Also, the evening before I hung out with Jamie, I finished reading The Poppy Wall by R.F. Quang. This was a really, really solid, readable, quick book. I enjoyed it a lot and I'm definitely going to keep going with the series. I have The Dragon Republic, so that might be a book that I read in January or maybe at the end of this year, depending on whether I get through all my 2020 must-reads in time. So I read those. What else have I read? I read My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I read this in I started it in the evening and finished it the next morning, and it was so fast. Interesting book. I thought this would be one I loved. I didn't love it. I definitely didn't hate it. I think I kind of wanted more. I didn't really feel any depth. And this would normally definitely be my thing, like a messy woman protagonist, just living her life, acting as a really good critique on capitalism, on privilege, all kinds of things, but it just didn't quite hit the mark for me. The film rights to this book have been secured, so I'm interested to see how they do that. I think it could be really interesting because I think Emma Stone is meant to star and Yorgos is directing, so it could be interesting. More interesting than the book, low-key. What else have I been reading? Let me bring up Goodreads. I've definitely read a romance. What was it called? I read a Tessa Bailey romance called Disturbing His Peace. It's like a kind of police officer cadet training setting. Read it for the romance and the smut, not for the police part, obviously. But Tessa Bailey has so many books available on Libby. There have been a few I haven't vibed with, but most of the time I really vibe with how she writes, her romance, her characters, her smut. Like, I'm into it, so I just keep going through them on Libby like every so often, and that one was a good one. I got through that really quickly, so that was fun. Another book I've actually started since we last spoke, I think, is Owe by Becky Manawatu, and I am 60 pages into this. It is stunning. I've been doing some underlining and some tabbing because the writing is beautiful. Part of this book is told through the perspective of a young boy whose parents have just died, and the other perspective is his older brother, who has just left him with some other family members because he doesn't think that he's capable of raising him. Excuse me while I cry. Authors writing from a child's perspective can be so hit or miss, and here I think it is really working. So I'm very interested to get through the rest of the book, which I am hoping to do over the next few days. I've also made some progress with Jane Eyre. She's getting like a bit more interesting finally. I'm not vibing it as much as I hoped I would vibe the book because I do like the story a lot. It's hard to talk about without spoiling it, but if I hadn't seen the films and like the miniseries and I didn't know the story, I can definitely get how this would be really intriguing, and the sort of twists and turns would be like, oh my god, because they still do kind of get me out. They're so good. I do really love Mr. Rochester. I think he's pretty hilarious. So there are parts that I'm enjoying, but on the whole I just really want this to be over. No offense. Also still reading Autobiography of Malcolm X. I haven't made any progress with that yet. Yikes. But like Poppy War and My Year of Rest and Relaxation were on my 2020 TBR must reads, so good to get those out of the way. The only other books that I haven't started that I'm hoping to finish this year are Girl, Woman, Other, so I might start that once I finish Owe, and Giovanni's Room, which is way up there. I didn't get it down, that was stupid, by James Baldwin, which I might read today. This afternoon. I've just done some like Christmas shopping. It's really hot, hence the fan is on, so I might try and get as comfortable as you can get in the heat and read my first James Baldwin book. Good morning everyone. You'll see I'm in full Christmas mode because it's Christmas Eve. How exciting. So I put my like Christmassy pillowcases on. I thought I would jump on and update you a bit. So yesterday I hung out with my friend and we went to some op shops and I ended up finding a really lovely copy of The Great Gatsby. As many of you know, I love this book. It's my favorite, so I love collecting multiple copies of it. This one was especially exciting because I think since it's an Oxford World Classic, and judging by the annotations in it, it was used by somebody who was studying the text, so I'm really interested to read some of their annotations. I saw one in the shop where they had underlined something and then written creepy stalker. So yeah, really happy to have found this. So I'll probably put it on my top shelf there with my other Oxford World Classic editions. I also found a couple of DVDs at the op shop. I got a copy of Marie Antoinette finally. This is one of my favourite movies, so I'm really happy to have a physical copy of the DVD. I also got Circle of Friends, which is a kind of low-key Irish story, for which I read the book first when I was quite a bit younger, maybe like 15. There's a film version and I watched that at the time, and I've watched it a couple of times since. It's like not a perfect movie, but it's one that I like and I find quite comforting. My little secondhand shop haul. Today the Christmas Eve plans are to help out with all the prep because we are hosting Christmas tomorrow for quite a few of my family members, so doing lots of like food and house preparations with the fam alongside some other little admin bits. I want to try and finish a book today, and my goal is to finish Jane Eyre, because factoring in Christmas Day and some other days that I'm going to be away over the New Year period, I've realized I kind of only have 4 more days available to me this year where I'll be able to dedicate a decent amount of time to reading. And since I have 4 books to finish, I kind of need to finish one of those every day. So that's the goal right now. Finish Jane Eyre, get it out of the way, and get on a good reading roll again. I shall let you know how I go. Good morning and hello from 2021. I haven't vlogged in a long time. I've been living my life over the Christmas and like New Year season. Just spending time with family, with friends that went away. It was super duper nice, and I've been doing lots and lots of reading. I just haven't been doing video stuff. Anyway, let's hope that all changes soon. I'm planning to film my 2020 favorites for books, film, television, all that shortly. I've already created the list of titles and texts I want to mention, and holy moly, I had a great year for artistic media consumption. There are some absolute stunners on that list. I'm excited to talk about them. Since it's been a long time since I've updated this vlog, I've done a huge amount of reading. The purpose of this vlog was to kind of motivate me to complete all the books I had planned to read in 2020. About halfway through the year, I made a video with 10 books that I wanted to read before the end of the year, and by the end of it, I got through 8 of them, so I'm pretty happy with that. I didn't get a chance to read Giovanni's Room, which I know I started in this vlog, but I've kind of just put that aside for now because I barely read that much of it and I'm just not in the mindset for it. Also, the Autobiography of Malcolm X I have put aside for the time being. I did finish Aware, which was absolutely stunning, 5 stars, totally recommend it, but do be aware there are a lot of trigger warnings for abuse, for violence and some sort of disturbing content, but it was a really fantastic read and definitely one of my favorites of last year. I also read Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. Loved that book. It was so well written, and that's definitely the beginning of a Bernardine Evaristo journey for me. I will be reading more of her work for sure. I also got through like a lot of random like Libby and Kindle romances because I was just in a huge romance mood, and I kind of still am. When I'm reading a romance novel, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm not looking for like a literary text, I'm just looking for that smart, that like romantic catharsis, that emotional release. That's all. I don't even rate them at this point, to be honest. Like if I'm reading a book for the romance or the smart, like I just finish it and I don't even bother rating it. Anyway, oh my god, I've been rambling for 10 million years. I want to show you some really exciting things. I got some book mail today. I want to show you the books that I got for Christmas. I want to show you my dog barking apparently. I also want to show you the really lovely birthday present that Chloe sent me. Books I got for Christmas. My mum bought me this really lovely edition of The Great Gatsby. This is the Macmillan Collector's Library edition. And it's got gold sprayed edges, so cute. I'd be interested in collecting more of these texts because I just think they're so bloody adorable. My lovely friend got me the envelope poems by Emily Dickinson. I've read this, I basically read it as soon as I opened the present. It was gorgeous. I really love Emily Dickinson's poetry, and this is a collection of kind of scrap bits of paper which have been like found and preserved, and they are all things that she wrote on envelopes, and the way it's presented is so stunning. They have the actual text on one side and then the transcription on the other so you can read them. So most of them are just kind of half sentences or part of something, and oh my gosh, some of them were absolutely beautiful. And just the presentation of this book, like it's one of my favorites I own now, and I'm so grateful to have read it. Also from my mom, I got the book Aroha, and this is by Dr. Henimoa Elder, and this is Māori wisdom for a contented life lived in harmony with our planet. So there are 52 traditional Māori life lessons in this book, so you can basically read it across the span of a year and read one each week, which is definitely what I'm going to try to do. For those of you wondering, Aroha is the Māori or te reo word for love. It means love, compassion, respect and empathy. So these 52 life lessons are ways that you can appreciate and perpetuate and show aroha for your life and for those people in your life. So I'm really excited, and like, isn't this just so pretty as well? The foiling, oh my gosh, love it. Thanks mum. I got a voucher for some bookstores. So one of the books I've bought so far is White Ivy by Suzy Yang, and oh, I'm so excited for this. It's like a campus novel set in Boston, which is a city I absolutely adore. I've never been there, but I always just have felt a real draw to it. So it's about our character Ivy, who is a Chinese immigrant growing up in a low-income apartment complex outside Boston, desperate to assimilate with her American peers. And basically she develops a taste for winning and for wealth, and she reconnects with a man from her past, a boy from her past, and thinks she's on her way to having like everything she's ever wanted in terms of the perfect life, but stuff goes awry. I'm excited. I might actually pick this up as my next read. And from one of my favourite bookstores, Time Out in Mount Eden in Auckland, I just yesterday bought this really cute Penguin English Library copy of A Room with a View by Ian Forster, and I'm very excited for how floppy this is and to read it because I really want to watch the movie, so gotta read the book. If you've seen my recent book haul, you'll know that I bought Dubliners by James Joyce because I really want to start my James Joyce journey. Say that 5 times fast. And while I was at Time Out yesterday, I saw that they had this lovely copy of Ulysses, the original 1922 text. It's huge. Who knows when I'll get to it, but I really want to read it. Also bought another Lowry bookmark to add to my collection. He is literally just vibing. So Chloe sent me some stuff for my birthday. She sent me a lovely letter. She sent me this Yoongi photo card. Like, are you kidding? Are you kidding? Look at him. It's like my new favorite photo card ever. BT21 washi tape. Pink, of course. She knows me so well. Some BTS stickers. Love them. Oh my god. I was so emotional when I opened this. Okay. Emotional now as well, obviously. Always emotional. Definitely going to be putting these on my wall, on my shelf or something somewhere. The iconic Carden and Jude. Hello. I actually just this morning finished reading How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories. It was cute. I gave it like 3 stars. There were some great moments. Shout out to Carden drinking rosé from a plastic cup. It's representation for me. And it was fun to be like back with Jude and Carden, but it was nothing like amazing, you know? But just absolutely love them. The pièce de résistance, she got me this Gatsby print of this gorgeous like 1920s daisy flapper vibe. I am obsessed with it. It's by the artist Lauren Illustrations, and Chloe said she saw it and was like, oh my god, I have to get it. I honestly might try find a frame for this because it is just so beautiful. Thank you, Chloe. I love all of it so much. Okay, so the other day I made an order from Bookity Book Books, one of my favorite New Zealand bookstores. They operate entirely online and I just love them so much. They've got a great Instagram, you should go follow them. I had my eye on a couple of books and then I saw they had added Mona Arwood's book 13 Ways of Looking at a Fat Girl. Mona Arwood is the author of Bunny, which is one of my favorite books ever, and I think 13 Ways of Looking at a Fat Girl was her first novel. And I've been really interested to read it, but I haven't been able to track it down anywhere. And then I saw they had a copy and I was like, hello. And it was also the edition that I wanted to get. So I just jumped on it and obviously had to get some other books as well because it's rude not to. Can you get over how stunning these are? Thank you. Hood Feminism, Portiki, Normal People, The Bell Jar, The Handmaid's Tale, Lost Connections, Breasts and Eggs on Beauty. Thank you to this pile of books by women. And then this one is full of quotes about why we love reading and why we love books. Another reason it's so cool to order from a small business, you get personalized notes. Caitlin, thank you for another amazing order. What a great lineup. Happy reading. Mandy, how cute. Oh, starting off with a bang with the Mona Arwood book, 13 Ways of Looking at a Fat Girl. So excited to read this. Obviously we have a little bunny shout out on the back, so this must be like a reprint of the text, but yeah, I've heard pretty good things and obviously I love Mona Arwood's writing, so give me it. I got my first Deborah Levy book. This is The Cost of Living, which is a memoir about all that it means to be a woman. Basically the financial cost, the emotional cost, the cost of being a mother, the cost of being a romantic partner, like all of it. And so I think it'll be a really unique and insightful sort of autobiography. My friend Megan from the Instagram Prologues, which is prologue with a Q instead of a G, who I love, really loves Deborah Levy's writing, so I'm deeply excited. Also, how stunning is this cover? This is like my dream book aesthetic, if I'm honest. Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. So I've spoken about Dolly Alderton's fiction novel called Ghosts, which is on my shelf here somewhere, which I really want to read soon. It's been delayed, but hopefully I'll get to it this month. This is her like non-fiction book that she wrote prior that many people rave about, including Megan from Prologue. So I just mentioned she gave this book 5 stars recently, and that was the final push I needed to buy it and read it. I'm hoping to read this soon. People describe it as changing their lives, so hopefully it does that for me. Oh, so I found out about this book because it's the January pick for the Bookity Book Books book club. It's called Sorrow and Bliss and it's by Meg Mason, and it's set in the UK, I think between London and Oxford, and it's about a woman who's in either a relationship or a marriage that she's not very happy in, and I think it's about her trying to expand beyond that relationship and into other parts of her life in like a self-fulfilling exploration type way. I was really interested in that because basically I'm just interested in any story about women. Then I saw that it is pitched as something for fans of Sally Rooney and The Bell Jar. I love both of those with all my heart, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna join in on this book club. So hopefully I will read this in January. It's had really good critical acclaim, so I'm hopeful that I will enjoy it and the Sally Rooney comparison won't have been a lie. Finally, from Bookity Book Books, I got Queenie, which is a book I've had on my radar for such a long time, but it's always sold out everywhere, which is definitely a good thing. This is by Candice Carty-Williams, and I just got the cute little pink paperback. Oh, it's floppy, yay! So excited to read this. I think this is about a young woman who lives in London who breaks up with her white boyfriend and then kind of goes on a journey of her own, learning all kinds of things, meeting new people, learning about herself. Love to see it. A darkly comic and bitingly subversive take on life, love, race, and family. So those are like the millions of books I've been gifted or acquired myself lately. Let's hope my next vlog ends up being a bit more linear, even though time's not real. I'm definitely in a reading mood at the moment, so hopefully it continues and I can start a new vlog soon. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching this video. I assume the next one you will see from me is my 2020 favourites if I get around to filming it soon. Thank you again to Chloe, love of my life, for sending me those lovely birthday presents. And thank you to everyone for your birthday wishes. If I haven't already said that, it was really lovely. And hope you all had a lovely New Year period, that you've all managed to take some time for yourself to rest, to relax, to replenish, to refresh, to restart. Sending you the best vibes for your 2021. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.